Hey guys, this is the 5th video of the volunteer training series here at Grace Church. Right now, I want to talk about tips for forming connections with kids. So if you want to turn in your packets to this page right here that says tips for forming connections with kids. The main part of VBS, I'm sure you've heard me say it quite a few times, is of course talking about the Bible. Vacation Bible School, right? But then on the other hand is that component of relational discipleship. And so I just want to give you some tips right now for how to help form those connections, friendships, and relationships with your kids. All right, the first one is pretty easy. Ask them about them. If you ask the right, easy to answer questions, kids can usually guide the conversation from there. And a lot of the times, if they have a hobby like Minecraft or Legos or horseback riding or whatever it is, they can usually find a way to weave that into the conversation. When a kid shares something with you about themselves or what they enjoy doing or something that they've experienced, it's important to ask them further questions because that shows that you're listening and that you are interested in what they're telling you about. All right, secondly, share about yourself. Now, sharing about yourself at VBS sometimes means that you're just telling them about your family, how many siblings you have, if you have any pets, or what your favorite food is. But sometimes it means that you're sharing parts of your testimony, which is awesome. It's so important that we share with kids what we've already learned about God and Jesus and how it's changed our lives. However, if you have any doubt whether something is age appropriate, please ask Pastor Grace or myself and just hold off for then. What the kids really need to hear is what you ended up learning about Jesus. You can say something as simple as, I was so upset and I just didn't know what to do. And I was so sad that I just couldn't help myself and I needed someone to help me, but I just didn't know who. And then I found Jesus and he saved me and he changed my life forever. That's it. If you get into too much detail anyways, the kids might get lost in the details and they might lose the main point of what you're trying to tell them. So keep it short and sweet and repeat your main point multiple times. All right, next, call them by name. Hey, this one's pretty easy. They're gonna have name tags. This just shows kids that you are looking at them as a special and unique person and that you love them and that you're excited that they're there. All right, this one is probably one of my favorite ones. It is create jobs for difficult kids. Now, you are gonna have a difficult kid. I'm telling you right now, it's just gonna happen, okay? Something that I found to be super helpful for myself is when I have one of those kids that just seems unengaged or maybe even rude or disrespectful or just not paying attention, one of the best things that I can do for them is ask them to be in charge of something. I have a few examples here on the list. Things like holding your crew bag or being the caboose of the line and making sure that no one falls behind, or being the official thank youer who says thank you to all of the station leaders as we're leaving their station. There's just silly little things like that that you can actually have the kids engaged in a positive way. Don't think of this as rewarding them for their bad behavior. That's not what it is at all. You're actually redirecting their energy into something that's positive and that's going to positively benefit the entire group. Thumbs up, thumbs down. That is just a fun game that you can read about that gets kids to share about the good and the bad things that they've experienced throughout the day or the week. Encouragement. That is a huge thing. You are going to have to discipline your kids. You're going to have to discourage them from doing something sometimes. And that's okay. You're doing that to keep them safe and to maximize your time with them. But on the other hand, try to encourage your kids as much, if not more, than you're disciplining them. That's gonna change the tilt of your relationship and lean you more towards the side of being friends rather than just the side of being the enforcer, right? And that's what we really want. We want to keep them safe, but we really want to be their friends and have that discipleship relationship with them. And so when you're encouraging kids, try to be specific. if you are specific with your encouragement, it's gonna stick with them. And so let's say I've got Sarah over here, and Sarah is doing an awesome job during our worship station. She is singing loud, she is dancing her heart out, and she is praising God. It would be awesome if I could go to Sarah and say, Sarah, I noticed that you were worshiping God with all of your heart. You were singing loud and you were dancing awesome. Keep up the good work. The next day that we go to our worship station, what's Sarah gonna do? She's gonna remember that she was praised and encouraged for singing her heart out and praising God with all that she has. And she's gonna wanna keep doing that. All right, and the final thing is to create team mentality. There's some fun options in here. But creating team mentality helps to draw your kids closer to each other and to band together as a team. And also they're gonna see you as a leader and someone that's trying to help them to win and try to be the winner and the team leader. So those are just a few tips for you to help form connections with the kids.